It is spectacular. Do continue to pursue the depths of your potential with relentless resolution. Yes, seek power. Forswear the pitfalls of morality. Forswear both good and evil. The promises of duty and ambition. Let power be the end of its own means, and nothing in this world will be able to stand in your way. Good. Revel in the lust for power like the lech does in his aphrodisiacs. For only if you cast aside all desire and instead focus on the utter mental and physical mastery of supremacy over all, the means as well as the ends will melt into ultimate purpose. This purpose I have my own. As do you, that much is clear. Though perhaps you may as yet be unaware of its true design and composition. So let us continue our journey, for it is in the journey that purpose takes shape. Go forth, ever on, before grinning time turns us into frail, failed fools. By Parbatha's silver talons must we linger so. An idle brain is a demon's... I can tell you if you wish, but you'd have to listen to the tale of my life. Do you now?
Dancing dugongs, you nearly... Onward!
unless you're prepared to face the strongest ghost alive. Well, alive.
all the world revealed before you?
Folks, having a bully day? I'm having a bully day. Pushing, pulling, lifting. Look at them muscles, huh? Just like my days at the fair. I used to sail the 7 seas with the best of them. Better than the best of them. But found my true calling at the county fair. The strongest man in Sightfield I was, and they built me as such. Now those were swell times. How people marveled at my feats of strength. Boy, was I the cat of pajamas back then. Anyone could go up against me in a grand old bare-knuckle jamboree, but did they ever back me? Baloney. Now, I'm not a violent guy. Don't get me wrong. Make no mistake. But you know there's no harm in a little roughhousing now and again, putting on a show for the roaring crowd. Plenty challenged me in those days, but none managed to best Snorri. No, sir. Scrawny against Brawny. Could have been a night title fight at the fair. Here are the rules, hotshot. I'm gonna summon an item. Something only Snorri himself could smash. And if you can manage to break it in 35 seconds, you'll have won the challenge. Go getting any pie in the sky? Hope so, pally pal. This'll be nothing to sneeze at. Noodle arms? So, what are you made of? Well, you've bested me indeed. I'll give this place the old 23 skidoo and find a worthy opponent in the Hall of Echoes. Sayonara!
I'd prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
further we go, the more bodies we find heaped around.
We must be closing in on where they were headed.
drown my sorrows with ale. I need it back.
What's that gleam?
What's this? Living eyes that can see the shape of death? Avert your gaze, wanderer, for you are looking upon the phantom of a murderer. Skeletons roam the lands, restless as my troubled soul, but shall not find their lair here. Some scuttle by now and again, but most of the time I reside here in solitude. Solitude and silence. Samson was my name a long time ago. I know not why upon my death I became a ghost, doomed to haunt this tower. Perhaps the gods heard of my crime and stripped me of my rightful place in their eternal realm. If so, their punishment was just. Each night I wake the flame in the lighthouse to repent for my wretched sin. That indeed is the tainted title I must bear, and deservedly so. For 15 years ago to the day, it was that I sat atop my lighthouse, the flame unlit, and watched on as a pitiable ship crashed upon the cliff and got devoured by greedy waves. Deliberately had I forgone to do my duty. Willfully did I condemn every soul aboard to a salty sleep on the bed of an indifferent sea. Why did I commit this act of blackest horror? Jealousy, anger, the bitter anguish of a broken heart. Those are the ancient ills that drove me to madness. Desdemona was on board, as I knew she would be. My wife, the delicate beauty of whom I was sure, was betraying me with her friend, the dashing Falada. Possessed as I was by the demons of envy, ire, and torment, I decided that if I had her love no longer, only death could take her for his mistress. And so I sat here, coldly and calmly, as I delivered them both unto the deep. Yet no sooner had the water closed its spuming jaws around the perishing vessel below, that the extent of my offense dawned on my beleaguered mind. Overcome with guilt, I sought escape through the hangman's noose, but rest was not to come.
Samson sure is sorry about Desdemona. And for all we know, her ghost's off somewhere pining for him, just as he's pining for her.
My home. But my guilt lives on and on.
I've heard powerful undead like the Lighthouse School never truly die, but lie in wait to be resurrected again.
Waves. The ship. The waves. The